Soften up the mess, drop it in the water, let the daughter find the image with the rest. I'll be learning how to breathe, spinning through identity, revealing every pretty little scheme. Save her mind, hold her hand, and don't believe a lie. You understand me. Walking down the valley, pack a piece of heaven for the bottoms of her feet. Teach her how to jump and how to stretch when she reach, like the angels do, and you gon' make it through now. Tell about the healer, greater is the one within, call him as the leader. Teach her how to hold a pretty hand up to the sky, and I'ma wait upon the giver to deliver like a dealer. Take her higher, higher, fly out the valley and the fire. Take her higher, higher, fly about the valley in the fire. Train her feet for running, show her every door and how the windows let the sun in. Copy out the key and tell her this is for becoming. Even in the fever, baby, cry and get to running. And tell her that you better get your bootstraps up, you're with the army. Ready when the truth act out, nothing can harm me. Yelling from the roof I touch, put up a garden. Count to 10, lions den, speaking with the higher pen. Can't be touched by fire, fast forward to the grown things now. I'm working on them soul things now. Forgiving all your old ways, but it's harder on the cold days. Never been the product of a flawless environment. Never acted
Yeah. Yeah. What's happening? Yeah. Hold on for a second, y'all. Alright, yo, listen. Damn, I can't even see. This is the thing. I can't see the chat like this. Let me see something. Give me 1 second, y'all. Family, who we got in this thing? Let me see, because I can't see. I can't even see. I'm trying to set this shit up where I can go through YouTube. But, let me see. Everybody, auntie, what it do? Miss Nickel, what's happening? Carla, what's happening? Christina Lakeisha, what happening? Miss Randolph, what's happening? Am I muted? Can you hear me? Hold on. Hold on. Are you guys able to hear me at all or no? Am I muted? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me now even with the music on? Give me a tester. Can you hear me? You good? All right, bet. So listen. Y'all, meet me on my Shamika Tamika TV channel. I'm gonna tell y'all about the Twitch and shit like that. But I'm on Shamika Tamika TV right now. We about to do Sister Sunday live from Shamika Tamika TV. I won't be able to do it on my Twitch. So, meet me on over there. And I'm going to also look like I can do reactions on this shit too. Let's see. Yeah. Alright, yeah. So, yeah. Move me. Yeah. Meet me over there on YouTube. On YouTube right now. Shamika Tamika TV. We about to get ready to get started over there. First, what we're going to do is Sister Sunday at 3 o'clock. Then we're going to get into some reactions afterwards. We're going to do them live through YouTube because Twitch is Yeah, Twitch. Shamika Tamika TV on YouTube. We about to get ready to start Sister Sunday right now on my Twitch. Long story to talk to you about that. But yeah, let's get it started. I'm about to get off here now though. I miss you too, Pre. I miss your ass too, bro. Alright, so let's get it. Look, good afternoon, everyone. For the people who don't know, for the people who be joining my Twitch, I usually be on Twitch, you guys. You know what I'm saying? One night last week, we was just all sitting up there vibing. I sometimes just have a late night vibe where we don't do nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? We was sitting in that thing. We was actually looking at different links, you know what I'm saying, and just talking about different things. Somebody came into the Twitch or whatever, and usually it's easy for you to be able to identify the bots. You know what I'm saying? You could tell by how they talk, but this person wasn't a bot, I don't think. But anyway, while we was looking at links and shit, the person was like, look at this link. The first time I ignored the person, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, because of the simple fact that I didn't recognize the name. But then it was like she wasn't disrespectful, or he wasn't disrespectful, whoever the person was. They wasn't disrespectful at all. So I clicked on the damn link to react to it. You know what I'm saying? And in doing so, it was a spam link. When I clicked the link on there, and usually when I do it in my Twitch comments, I have them to send it right there instead of my DM, so I won't have to go too many places. I clicked on the link. Soon as the link came on, we knew it was some gory type of shit. It was some stuff that you know that I wouldn't watch it. You know what I'm saying? It was just really gory. I think we was on the link 3 seconds tops. Cause soon as we see it, you like, oh nah. Came off, cussed the person out for sending me the link. And then probably like 30 minutes later after that, they suspended my Twitch channel for 30 days or however many days. I reached out to some folks because it's impure. They could see that I didn't run the whole video. I didn't run the video but like a second. I mean, as soon as I recognized it wasn't something right, I clicked off, but you know how that goes. So that's the reason why you guys haven't really seen any reactions on this thing, because I usually do my reactions through Twitch. I do some reactions sometimes through YouTube, but because YouTube is so goddamn on, they restrain you for saying anything. You can't even damn near say damn. You know what I mean? Because of that, that's the reason why I haven't been on. But you know what? Shit happens. Whatever. You know what I mean? But that's the reason why I haven't been doing reactions. But what I have done is I figured out a way that I can do it through YouTube. So what I'm going to do after Sister Sunday today is I'm going to come back on a little bit later and I'm going to vibe. You know what I'm saying? With you guys or whatever. And we can do some reactions. We can do some live reactions. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I want to react to. So then we just might have to do it over here for right now. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully it is. 89, you see me? You see me, 89. I tried to, man, listen, I had to DM you, but I got everything, man. I got the pictures, and then you see I got the sign or whatever up, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Yeah, but thank you, family. I appreciate it or whatever. But yeah, that's the tea. That's what's going on with it, you know what I mean, or whatever. I'm not even really mad at Twitch because I understand the policy. What I'm mad at is that a person infiltrated the system. My mods used to really do a good job in making sure that we don't have no spam, no none of that. And the person was just mingling. I thought it was a surprise. I thought it was a supporter, to be completely honest with you. So when she sent me that link and I clicked on it, boy, it was curtains. So yeah, I send an appeal. Don't know what's gonna happen. So what I'm just doing now is I'm just planning if I don't get my channel back. So I'm just gonna have to probably be on here, but that's that. So listen, you guys, I am about to get into Sister Sunday or whatever, because we usually do Sister Sunday every Sunday at 3 o'clock on my Twitch. Sister Sunday, what is it? For the people who don't know, it's actually it's a platform for us, by us. Everything is done is by us. And who am I talking about? Us, the black woman. We don't have a lot of different outlets. You know what I'm saying? We always looked upon a certain type of way, and this is not about race. I'm only identify with what I identify with. You feel me? And we are the most unlike species. So we have this platform called Sister Sunday. Every Sunday we do it at 3, and usually on Twitch we have some good gospel music coming on just to get the day started and things like that. But we do it every Sunday at 3. So if you've never been there before, I please expect for you to pull up. If you go to my Bella and 2 channel and click the Sister Sunday playlist, you know what I mean, you'll have all of the past things. Now, Sister Sunday is not only just a platform, it's something that we're actually developing to be able to help women as well. Sister Sundays has helped a lot of different women. We help with rent, Sometimes the babies might need some help, you know what I'm saying? You might need wipes, you might need diapers, you know what I mean? You might be a little bit short on a light bill, you might need some work, you know, some ways to go to work. It's a lot of things that we do, and if you follow the Sister Sundays website, you know what I mean? Anytime you need help or things like that, you can definitely hit it. You can hit us up or whatever. You will have to go through the website and the Sister Sunday Instagram page. If you send a message to me directly, like you need help, I'm not gonna answer it because I gotta have a paper trail. You know what I mean? And we have to make sure that we accommodate for all of those funds. But any of the women's that be having problems and things like that, you have Sister Sunday that you can hit up, and you also have the IG. Send an email to that. Somebody's gonna get right back to you and help you. We've helped women in domestic violence situations. We got them up out of house. Up out of there. Get up out of there. And if we don't have anything that we can right at the moment to help you, trust and believe that we will give you the resources to where it will. So that's what Sister Sunday is. I like to see a lot of men is welcome too as well, because you probably need to know a little bit about us, because a lot of people, they misunderstand us as women. So that's what Sister Sunday is. So I hope that everybody understand, you know what I mean, or whatever like that. Reach out. Even in prayer, Sister Sunday is just not financial as well. If you're going through hardship, you know what I'm saying? If you just lost a loved one, we had some people that just passed away, some of the family or whatever. We have people that will pray with you. You know what I mean? We have people that's just there. It's 24 hours a day. So it's always going to be somebody that's going to be manning that situation. So it doesn't matter what you're going through. If you hit one of those platforms, somebody will get back in touch with you, and we'll make sure that you straight, no questions asked. Now, we do not allow people who might need financial help. We don't even ask for them to pay us back. All we ask for them to do is just to continue to donate to the Sister Sunday Fund. Just pay it forward. If you know you hit us up and you need help, we don't need none of that back. Get back on your feet. Just donate it to the next woman, because you never know when the next woman might need some help. And that's how we keep that thing going. You know what I mean? Whatever, we just keep filling that thing up into whoever need it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's a beautiful situation. It's something that's very special to me. I hope to see it continue to bloom. You know what I mean? But, yes, that's what Sister Sunday is. Don't play with it. You know what I mean? But I really do. I appreciate everybody who always donate. I appreciate the people that, you know what I'm saying, that donated strollers and car seats and things like that. When you had first-time mothers that needed help and things like that, man, this is why I love y'all. I appreciate it. It's bigger than YouTube. It's bigger than videos. People do not have no idea what we're doing behind the scenes. So, like, I really, really do appreciate that. Yeah, feel me? So, yeah, we're about to get into Sister Sunday today. Now, I messed up. I did not put last Sister Sunday on my Bella and 2, but it will be up today. I'm going to actually put that episode up before I put this episode up so people can stay on track. Now, we have been talking about a lot of different topics. The last week we talked about is accountability. You know what I'm saying? And how sometimes it's hard to take it. Thank you, Pre, for the donation. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But we talked about accountability. Now we're gonna get into something very, very, very hard this week. This might actually be like a two-parter as well, because accountability and everything that we have been talking about, right? It leads up into what we're going to be talking about today. Now, when people look at us as black women, right, they always see bitterness sometimes, especially if it's a moment in which we're expressing ourselves. We can be the humblest person all week, Monday through Thursday. Friday, something might happen and we might react. They see us reacting and they automatically feel like it's because we're bitter. We got this complex about us. And it bothers me a lot. We can't even have an opinion right now these days because of the simple fact that we are always looked upon some type of way. We can't win for losing. If we cry, if we're emotional, we're weak. You know what I mean? If we ask for help, we're weak. You know, if you know what I'm saying, if we come across with our opinions and we're passionate about it, then we're bitter. We have this stigma that we fall into, and I can't stand it. You know what I mean? And that's what we're going to talk about today, being a strong black woman. Now, there's going to be some things that we talk about in here that might hit home. Because I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to tell you right here, right now, I am a work in progress. So every day I'm learning to be a better wife, to be a better friend, to be a better sister, to be better, all of that. Because a lot of the things that we go through sometimes is things that is embedded in us. You know what I mean? It's learned behavior. So it might be things that we might have learned from our mother. If our mother is not affectionate and things like that, we gonna feel the fruit of that. You know what I mean? So when we get into our relationships, we might not even know that we're doing it. but it's being done because it's something that was instilled in us that we had no idea. You know what I mean? So this is what we're going to talk about. And I'm going to click you guys over here so you can actually see it. And we're going to get into this slideshow, right? Shout out to Katrina. She put these beautiful ass slides together for people to be able to see it. Now, you will probably not be able to see my face, but you would definitely be able to hear my voice, hopefully. If you cannot, somebody send a whammy out to me, and I'll make sure that I get back to it. So, yeah, we're talking about the strong black woman, all right? And this is something I want you to be able to read here. A strong black woman is something we hear a lot, and a lot of us women like to brag about, just to show how strong we are. In this world we live in today, society almost expect for a black woman to be strong, carry everything on her back with grace and a smile. Now drop it down in the comments if you can really identify with that one. Because part two is best, this second one here, I can really identify with. Because we do live in this world now, to where we expected to do a lot of things. We are expected to love these men, even when they have some of the most crazy ass upbringings, okay? We have to be maternal to them. We have to pretty much teach them how to love, if you really want to be honest. And this is a situation that we always do. Now, sometimes we put our feelings and our emotions to the back end because we got to make sure that we fill these other people up. Listen, it's okay sometimes to be stingy. And this is what we're going to be talking about in this particular thing. Now, the next one, excuse me. But have you ever wondered, is being a strong black woman a bad thing? Probably not. But guess what, ladies? It's actually a syndrome. And a lot of people do not understand that it actually is. So we're going to get into it. What is an SBW? A strong black woman can also be known as strong black superwoman syndrome. What exactly is strong black superwoman syndrome? Well, it's best described as the strength and fortitude that black women display when faced with personal or challenges with society. Now, we're going to jump back to that. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to get into this. And I'm probably going to say a lot of things that a lot of black women is not going to want to hear. I didn't want to hear it as well. But listen, we're going to get into that, okay? What does black superwoman syndrome look like? The strong black woman schema, as defined by scholars, is an archetype of how the ideal black woman should act. This has been categorized in 3 components. Listen to this. Emotional restraint, independence, and caretaker. Now, I guarantee you that there's going to be a number of you guys that's going to be able to identify with this as we go on, because I'm pretty sure that you guys or one of you guys fall into one of these categories that we just talked. Now, emotional restraint. We must hold back our emotions to avoid appearing weak. Drop it down in the comments section if this is you, if you have dealt with this, please. Even when we was growing up, right? Even when we was growing up, it's a sign of weakness to show emotions. And it's only more terrible with men, because men is going to always be different from women. When boys are little boys and stuff, if they fall and skin their knee, and the first thing they do when they skin their knee, they run to their mama and they say, "Mom." First thing the mama or daddy gonna say to that little boy is, "Boy, stop crying. You a boy." Like he's not supposed to have emotions. Now this goes with us too as women, all right? It's just certain things that we can't talk about without appearing to seem weak. Independence. We must portray ourselves as strong and independent while being responsible for the problems of others. How many in here can identify with this? Because I'm pretty sure you can. We have to always look like we are strong as hell, like we always got it together, okay? And this is a situation that frustrates me so bad because we never have that time to where it is okay for us to be emotional and for us to live in those emotions. We have to be able to feel the good and the bad. I tell people all the time, when you're going through some shit, feel it. Twitch just hurt my feelings so bad. I ain't even gonna lie to you. As you can see, I'm getting myself together because I want to be able to bring you guys better content in a way that I know that I'm capable of. So when this just happened, it crushed me. So in the middle of all of this, right, I still had to wear a certain face because I know the stigma of us. If I got on this internet crying, guess what happens? Oh, she just want pity party. It's all of this type of shit. You know what I mean? And this is what the problem is. But yeah, we finna get right back on topic because you know I will get off. But yeah, we always have to have a strong face, a strong front, and sometimes it could be exhausting because we sacrifice ourselves for the benefit of others sometimes, and it's just not a fun thing. It's not a fun thing to do. We meet these men sometimes, right? And men and women, but I'm speaking mainly to the majority that's in the room right now. We meet these men, and we can meet this man, and our cup can be completely full, right? But for some strange reason, as a black woman, sometimes we always pick that person to be in a relationship with a cup that's halfway full, right? So now we got our full cup, and we meeting this halfway full ass man, and we see potential in this person, right? But we wanna love the great out of them. Sometimes though, they're not always great. All right. So now what we do is we take our full cup, and we go to fill his halfway cup up. Now he full and I'm depleted. But see, it just don't stop in our relationships, right? Because after him, we might have children, we might have friends, we might have sisters, we might have them parents that we gonna talk about a little bit later. And what happens is you're pouring into everybody else. Now you get back at the house, the black woman, and you ain't got nothing left in your cup. Now you done spent all of this time making sure that you can restore others, right? Fix others, fill others up. Even when you didn't even have a lot to fill, you still used the little bit that you did have to fill somebody else's tank. Drop it in the comments if you understand where I'm coming from, because I know somebody got to know this. I know I'm not the only one. You know what I mean? So you do that, and guess what happened? Now you at the house, and you're depleted. You don't got nothing left to give. And even though you filled up 5, 6, 7 people, not one will give you a drop to put back in your cup. I know for a fact that I'm not the only one with this shit. And if I am, I gotta have a talk with God after this, because like, what? Tell me if you do this or not. I mean, it's ridiculous how we do it. And you know what's happening? We begin to normalize it. So when we get into another relationship, guess what we doing again? We doing the same thing over and over again because we're formatted for that. But see, this is where we got to break this. We got to break that cycle, because we got to understand that it's okay to be selfish sometimes. We got to be all right with that. All right. And we're going to get back into the rest of this. But I had to just break that down because that's probably one of the biggest ones that really, really rots my socks. Okay. Now, caretaker. Taking care of other people and problems as if they were our own. Who takes care of us? That's basically what I just spoke to. All right. Now, there's going to be situations that we're going to get into, people, yo. And we can't help what we have to do. But see, the thing about it is a relationship should not be 50-50. A relationship should be 100-100. And let me tell you why I'm saying what I'm saying. Because there's going to be some days where I'm not going to be a 70. And there's going to be some days that I'm not going to be no 50. It's going to be some days I get out the bed and for absolutely no reason at all, I am a mother 5. Those are the days where I need my significant other and maybe some of my friends to be that 95 that I am lacking that day. The problem that we have as black women is we give all of ours away. Then we get upset when we're not refilled. We got to stop giving it away. And that goes back to what I said last week about accountability. Stop going into these situations with friends or relationships, and on the first date, you tell them folks all of your traumas. Yes, I understand it is refreshing sometimes to talk to people about your past encounters, but you have to understand that everything that you have been through, whether it been you're with your parents, your significant other, the person that you first sit down with, should not be introduced to those traumas. And we sometimes do that as black women. Man take us out on a date, and the first thing we talk about is what the last man was not. What you are doing, black woman, is you giving this new man a blueprint on what to do to you, but in a polite way. So if you told this new man that your old man cheated on you in your house, that man is going to look at that shit and say, you know what? I'm still going to be a good man if I don't cheat on her in the house. I'm a fucker in the car. I'm going to be raw in this mug. So listen to me. You feel what I mean? But that's what we're doing. We're actually introducing them to traumas that they don't even be deserving of. So let's stop doing that. Next, strong black superwoman syndrome, SBSS. Here's some of the characteristics. See if you got some of these. Obligation to suppress emotions. Obligation to manifest strength. Resistance to being vulnerable and dependent. Determined to succeed despite limited resources. Obligation to help others. I can check off damn near every single last one of those. Drop it down in the comments if you can too. I'm sick of us having to be apologetic for our own personal emotions. We should not have to be apologetic for it at all. We should be able to have those days. If we want to sit there and cry and live in those moments, we shall do that. Now, let me tell you one thing about it is, we sometimes get in positions, right, where we feel like getting help or allowing someone to help you is a problem. Now, that's my biggest problem in life. I got friends right now that will tell you that. Where do these characteristics stem from? We talked about it. Learned behavior. That's historical legacy. Your grandmother was away. Your mama was away. I can tell you firsthand, my grandmother, she did not show emotions. In turn, my mother did not show emotions. The only reason that the line or the channel was changed with me is because my father's side of the family was very emotional. So I was able to understand very early that it was something going wrong in grandma's house. We didn't love each other. We didn't kiss each other. We didn't hug each other and things like that. You know what I mean? So sometimes in doing so, you're going to grow up to be that way. You don't even know that you're doing it sometimes. Stereotype and oppression. Lessons from foremothers. Past lessons of disappointment, mistreatment, and abuse. Now I'm going to speak to this. Sometimes we have this strong black woman syndrome because pain changes people. You feel me? We go through things and we're not allowed to show it, as we've been already talking about. So what happens is we start to wear it on our backs. We done been disappointed. We done been let down. We tired of being hurt. We tired of being mistreated. And guess what? We can't even talk about the shit. So you know we're walking around with some of these things. But sometimes it could be a gift and a curse for us. Spiritual values. We be affected by a lot of things as black women, okay? A lot of times people think that everything is going to start physical, and it's not. When we go through some of the things that we go through, right? It can prolong a lot of things. You can have health issues. I have anxiety right now. And I'm like really starting, I think I'm really starting to dabble into a little bit of high blood pressure because sometimes I get so upset to where I see dots. All of this shit ties in. Now, I'm getting into something else. Ask for help. Believe it or not, sometimes we do not say anything to somebody else because we have a tendency to think that we're all going through this alone. And that is not the case, okay? Not at all. We are never going through anything alone, but the only reason why we don't know that is because of the simple fact that we don't talk about it. Black women sometimes can be other black women. Worst downfall. We're bonded by traumas automatically. I can guarantee you right now that it's something that I can say right now that another woman will be able to relate to. So if we don't have empathy for anything else, we should be able to empathize for that alone, okay? We're going to go through things that ain't nobody else going to ever understand but us. There's people in this chat right now that probably grew up just like me. My mother was on drugs. My father was there, but my grandmother raised me. My grandmother had raised her kids already. You know what I mean? So when it got around to me and my sister, she's tired. She ain't as patient. So we automatically got a different end of the stick. Yes, we're grateful because we were all in the same house. But you can live in a house and still be alone like fuck. Now, that's all I can say about that. The hate between black women is something that I've never seen before. It's bothersome. That's why I wanted to create Sister Sunday, because I wanted to have a different facet of togetherness when it came down to black women. We all identify with so much stuff that's the same. It's a shame how much we belittle each other. I have to reiterate this certain thing because I want you to understand how serious this is. Every day we are learning. Every day we are evolving. I want you to continue to give your black friend or your black sister, we're just going to say womanhood. I want you to understand that as a woman, right, we're going to go do different things at different times. Everybody just don't be who they want to be when they want to be it. I might go through something this year, right now. Let's just say something. I'm going through something right now. All right? Now, another woman in these comments might have been through it last year. Just because a lady went through it last year, right? She'll see me going through the same shit that she went through last year. And because she done healed from it, she done learned from it, what she does is, instead of showing me grace, this same woman who can identify with everything that I'm going through, because she just went through it last year, will make it seem like I'm dumb or I'm weak. We've seen it. Tell me. Drop it down in the comments. A prime example of what I'm talking about right now. We've had a situation that was in the public with Meg Thee Stallion. Everybody's seen it. Now, let's take away the back and forth. The amount of women that I seen in the comment section dogging that woman. Like there has not been a woman in the comment section that has been a fool for a dude. Now, when the whole Megan Thee Stallion situation started, we all know that she was trying to protect Tory. So you mean to try to tell me that as a black woman, you have never been in a situation with a black man and you know that he might get in trouble, but you're trying to save him. And then at the end of the day, guess what's going to happen, black woman? It's going to blow up on us. That's why at this point in time, it's okay to be selfish. But that is what women do. We look at things like another situation. DDG and Haley. They're young as hell. Armand and Reginae. They're young as hell. They're going through things that they're supposed to go through at their ages. They're figuring each other out while they're trying to figure out life. So it's only going to be evident that in relationships, they're going to bump their head. That's the way how you learn through relationships. You're not going to get strong unless you go through some shit. So women like Haley and Reginae could be 23, 24 years old. They can have a situation on the internet with their man. Same shit we've been through in the relationships. It ain't no different. The only difference is we know them. You know what I mean? Now, women would be in the comments. Girl, you so dumb. I would never take that nigga back. You such... What? You're projecting. You're not even giving me no grace. The only reason you know what you know is because guess what? The nigga was doing you wrong just last year. So how you going to try to make me feel dumb for something that you experienced, but you're not giving me the chance to experience that? That's our problem as black women. We do that. We try to stun each other's growth. You can't do that. As a friend, right? When we have these friendships, we have to be okay with understanding that design, all right? When you befriend somebody, you have to understand going into the friendship is not going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. You know why? Because as you as an individual and me as an individual, we are going to continuously evolve, learn more about each other, learn more about ourselves. So we will never remain the same. And in doing so, you got to be okay as being my friend to understand that we're going to undergo changes. But as long as we can be supportive to each other while we're doing that, then that's the key. You can't say, oh, you dumb, I would have never did that shit. Yes, you would have. You just did it. But now you're trying to school me on something that you had time to heal and learn from. That's not fair. And I know that there's a lot of people that go through that shit and it pisses me off. It pisses me off so bad. Because it's the simple fact is we're going to always change. And one of us is going to always have a situation that we have been through and have a situation that we have not been through yet. And in doing so, we have to just be a little bit more empathetic of each other from that, because it's ridiculous to me. All right, we're going to keep going. Give me a sec. Because in a second, we're about to get into these, what I'm really going to spin off this topic. And a lot of y'all probably cuss me off at the end of this video, but it's all right. All right, so listen. Make sure to ask for somebody, some help. You're not weak if you do it, okay? You're not. My biggest one that I had to learn, I cannot do everything by myself. I tried, it's killing me. Designate others to share tasks, all right? Self-care is a must. I don't care what nobody say. Make sure that you power your phone off, even if it's for 20 minutes. Go somewhere and just go think. Take that 20-minute time and make it all about yourself. You can pray in it. You can read at it. You can cuss people out in it. That's your time. Take you some time every day. You deserve it, black woman. You do. All right? Daily routine self-care. I don't know about y'all, but I like water. So anything with water, that's what I'm trying to do, just to decompress sometimes, all right? We got to be okay with learning to say no. Now, this is the biggest one that I wanted to bring up because, honestly speaking, this is something that really, really means a lot to me, all right? You got to be okay with learning to say no. It's okay to be selfish. I keep saying this. We get into this situation as being a black woman sometimes or being a woman sometimes to where we always feel like we can rescue people. We always want to be the savior to our men that we're in relationships with. Sometimes we feel like as a black woman, I'ma love the right out of this nigga. You feel like if you love him hard enough, he'll be able to understand how you really feel and he's gonna just change. We go into situations thinking like that. We go into situations trying to heal everybody before we're healed ourselves. So we got to learn to say no. It's okay if you just broke up with somebody and you're trying to figure out what the hell just went wrong. Because all you know is that you love this man and you don't understand why he cheated on you. Now, it's going to be a period that you're going to have to go through to heal from that, right? You got to be okay with telling that person who you might meet a couple weeks after that breakup that you're healing. And that you are not in a situation or you're not even prepared to give him what he needs right now. We have to be okay with saying that shit. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody else going to fill our cup up. I just told y'all that in the beginning. We come in there with a full ass cup. And by the time we finish taking care of these men, taking care of these kids, trying to goddamn help our mamas, dealing with our sisters, by the time we do all of that shit, by the time we get home, our cup is depleted. Who in the hell do you think that's going to fill that back up? So what we got to do is we got to start making decisions and start choosing relationships and friendships that's going to be able to fill that cup up. Even if it's just halfway. We are walking around here in this life, bro, on no gas. No tank whatsoever. And we got to do better at that. And it's okay for you to be selfish. And don't let nobody call you bitter for it. If we are not getting ourselves to where we need to be as a black woman, it's nothing else that we're going to be able to do to give to our men or our children. And it starts here. We also got to understand when we see toxic situations and recognize them. And let me tell y'all something that's going to hurt y'all whole feelings. Sometimes toxic might wear the name mom or dad or bro or bestie. We got to be okay with reading that shit. Because at the end of the day, you already see it's going to always backfire on us. So we have to be a lot mindful of that and just learn how to just take a whole different approach. Because like if we don't learn to say no, we'll never be filled again. And what I want you to do in these comments, right? If you ever been in a situation right now, I want to know. And you don't got to say who with everything like this. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to do that. What I'm going to do, I want to know in the comment section. I think it's showing we got like 76 people in here, right? I need for y'all to tell me right now, what percentage is your cup right now? I'm telling you right now, my cup is at 40%. I really want to know right now. Tell me what your percentage is in your cup. Come on now. We talk about all this shit that matters. You know, we talk about how many people got the Gucci on. I want to talk about some real shit. I want to know right now, how full is your cup right now? I can tell you right now, I'm at 45%. And I'm waiting on niggas to pour into me. And I got a couple folks that been pouring into me. So that goes to show you how depleted I am. I need to know, where's your cup right now? We got Ebony Goddess says she at 50%. 50%. Definitely 89 at a 40. Ladies at a 50. Karen is at a 25. Miss AJ is at 10%, and that pisses me off. Because she's forever pouring into somebody. Her being at 10% is beyond me. Jasmine is at 70. That's good. Latasha's at 30. Corliss is at 30. Somebody at 20. Katrina's at 60. Amaru at 5. You know what I'm saying? We got somebody at 30. Do you understand what I'm saying right now? We do this shit and we don't even know we doing it. I bet you probably didn't even know you was at that percentage until I just asked y'all. That goes to show you how immune we are to this shit. We so used to going around with our cup being low. It's normal. It's because that shit's Wednesday. You see what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, everybody in these comments right now, Big Van 60%, William 20%, Kamisha 15%. I guarantee you, Cash Money. Y'all giving me these percents right now, and I promise you, it wasn't even 3 days ago where most of y'all was probably pouring this to somebody else. Now, for everybody that just answered with their cup, how many of y'all just got finished pouring into people? I know y'all have, because that's why you depleted as hell. And ain't nobody thought to circle the block. Nobody thought to circle the block. And I'm going to tell you why they don't. Because of what we put out there. That's the black woman sometimes. We don't share our hurts. If we cry, oh, that's weakness. So we ain't even finna do that. We gonna chuck that shit up. So when we go through the things that we go through the most, nobody knows what we hurting from. I already knew it. Nicole pours to people daily. Tanisha, Tanya, Corliss, and Tanya Fannings, you've been pouring into people for 3 years, sir. I remember you from when you was taking care of your moms. You feel me? Every day we pour into people. Amber, 35%. It's fucking crazy. We pour into people, we pour into things, and we don't have nobody left to fill our cup up. That's why I'm telling you right here, right now, we got to stop giving it away. We got to start protecting our juice. We're doing it. Start now. And we ain't going to be apologetic for that shit. Because guess what? If you at 35%, Amber, let's just say, hypothetically, you not dating nobody. You want a relationship. Because you done had some terrible ones. But you 35% today. Hear me out. You go to Chipotle to get you something to eat. You hungry. Least you can do is eat, right? But you at a 35%. Now you got a nigga in line behind you at Chipotle. You at 35%. The nigga behind you could be that other 65% you looking for. But because you at 35 and you tired, you not going to even be able to see that nigga. You see where I'm going with this? We're depleting ourselves, right? And we're not being refilled. Now we can't even coexist in the world the way that we need to. The man that might be there of our dreams, we didn't ignore that nigga because pain changes you. You feel what I'm saying? You just went through a relationship with somebody who hurt your ass. So now you looking at everybody suspect. And you ain't had time to get your cup back filled. So how the hell you gonna how are you gonna look at anything the way you're supposed to look at it? Because of this type of shit. We gotta start selecting people, right? that we know that's going to refill us. Even in the moment to where we don't even any moment. Fuck it. I was about to sugarcoat it, but hell no. We need to pick people that's going to refill us back. If you got a person right now that you are pouring into, and you can sit here right now and you can really think and you can say, damn, this person has never poured into me. Cut them off. Don't be apologetic by it at all. It doesn't matter if it's a friendship or a relationship. We all in this thing is 100%. Period. It's no 50-50. We 100. Okay? There's going to be days, bro, for real, where you, as your friend, I can only give you 40% today because my girl, she get on my nerve, bro. I'm going through some shit. But what you need, because if you need me, I got you. It's going to be days where you're going to be that 60. It's going to be days she going to be that 40. It's going to be days you're going to be that 10. It's going to be days she going to be that 90. It's going to be the same way in your relationship. But as long as you guys continue to fill that cup, it's a balance. But if you continue to pour in people that's not pouring back into you, get rid of it. And I mean that with my whole damn heart. I promise you I do. For real. I'm sick of folks. About to get back into it. Let's set goals for ourselves, okay? If you know that you are somebody who's used to just being a sweetheart all the time, and you one of them people that'll give your all to a person, this week I challenge you to not do that, okay? Let's make goals for ourselves that's going to become a livelihood and not something that we just do temporarily. Make a list of things that's important in your life. It's amazing that it's our life, right? And we have an idea of what's important in it. But then we don't do the things necessary to protect it. Ain't that about a bitch? Holler in the comments if you can understand where I'm coming from. You got to make sure that when you're trying to make subtle changes, right? You can't just do it one way. If you say you want consistency from your man, you want to be respected from your man, then guess what? You got to make sure that you have that consistency with your mama, with your sister, with your kids, because it ain't gonna make no damn sense for you to do it with one person, but then don't do it with somebody else. Because then what happens is you're still gonna be feeling unfulfilled, and it's pointless. You figure what I'm saying? So listen, my nigga, you got this point. It's okay to be selfish. If you won't take that shit from your man, you shouldn't take it from your mama and everybody else. And go on down the line. Well, I think strong black women, black superwoman syndrome exists. Because being a black woman in America means doing everything right. Might not be good enough. And we all know that. It don't matter how good we do in life. Sometimes it's just not going to be. All right, a prime example. Have you ever felt like it could be your parent, it could be your grandmother, whoever raised you? You ever felt like at one point in time, bro, you're doing everything you can and you want that person who motivates you to do it to be proud of you, but they never tell you that they're proud of you? Have you been in that particular situation? Drop it down in the comments if you have. Have you ever been in a household to where it don't seem like nothing you do comes out right? And when you were doing it, all you really wanted them to say is like, damn, this is a good job, but it never came. That's one of those type of things that pisses me off as well. You know, you could do everything right, but it's you don't get no kudos for it. So we take on everything without a second thought, whether it be taking care of our home, children, spouses, family members, jobs, friendships, social life, and etc. But guess what? It ain't never going to be enough. I'm on this platform a lot, right? And I try my damnness, and this is for real. I try my damnness to try to stay out of shit. You feel me? Like, I try to do as best I can just to be positive. Like, even when I'm reacting to certain people, I try to find grace in the things that they're done. Because it'd be some things that I be seeing in the people that I react to. Like, damn, boy, I remember when I did that. So instead of coming in and be like, nigga, you stupid, I'd be like, yo, bro, next time try to do this. Because I understand that sometimes you got to be able to bump your own head to be able to understand truly. But it pisses me off on this platform because in this type of platform, people are going to look at you and they're going to look at your videos. They're going to look at these things they see on social media and they're going to try their best to think they know you. When in all actuality, they would never know you to the full capacity that they think. But they feel like they do because they're invested. And I understand that. I mean, being a creator, you're going to have to be able to understand that. But when I tell you that sometimes people can make a plumb dumb ass of themselves, it blows me. You know what I mean? But we have to be okay with knowing that our enough is good enough. See, sometimes we go through situations and we try to appease everybody else, and we need validation in those people to feel good. You know what I mean? We know what we're doing is right. And we know these things, but it sometimes just don't be good enough. We need that validation from our significant other, from our bestie. Sometimes you just need to hear that shit like, bestie, you doing that shit. You know what I mean? You just need to be able to hear that. And sometimes we don't. And we shouldn't have to look in other people for validation. But let me explain something to you. If I have you around me and you're in my circle, right? I'm not looking for you for it shouldn't be called validation at that point. It should be called support. And we should be able to do that with one another. You know what I'm saying? And because sometimes we need to hear that from each other. I seen a young lady on the thing the other day, and it made me so damn happy. It was something going on social media, and a young lady said something like along the lines of like, you know what, sis, that was a beautiful thing that you said, because everybody be coming off wrong as hell. And as a matter of fact, I went through what you went through, and you not dumb as all. You not dumb as, you know what I'm saying? You are not dumb at all. And she said, and you beautiful. Now, this was just a back and forth between two women under the comment section, but I got emotional with shit. I did, because I was just like, yo, this is what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? We got to be able to acknowledge the flaws in each other and be okay, because we're going to have flaws. But the thing about it is, don't crucify me for my flaws, especially if you just had them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an understatement to me. I don't understand it. I don't like it. Last week, we talked about accountability on Sister Sunday. All right? I'm going to get that episode up because it's very, very important to make sure that we take accountability not only for ourselves, but for the people that's around us. And it's okay that we do that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we do. We have to have a better position on how we're introducing people into our households. Now, here's where the truth is going to come in at. Black woman. You're mad sometimes that the black man don't respect you. It ain't just you. It's me too. All right? We have to change our design as black women. I brought up this scenario last week. And I keep saying this because it's what we always do. You meet a man. A man says, I want to take you out to dinner. Lobster dinner. Because you know we're going to do crab legs this time. He want to take you out to get crab legs. So you go out with this man and you're sitting across from this man, right? Now you got your own job. You got your own shit. You even been through your share of problems. You feel me? So there's going to be a certain that you should give up, all right? But we sit down at this table with this black man. Or a white man. Whoever floats your boat. And the first thing that we do when we engage in conversations is that we don't ask the appropriate questions. What we do is we automatically tell them of what the last relationship was. We get to telling this man all types of shit. Oh, this man, he didn't want to do nothing. I had to beg him to get the job. I had to tell him to take out the trash. I had to blasey blah. I had to blasey blah. And you telling this man, right, this stuff, thinking that it's going to give you more cool points. Because damn, he should feel sorry for me because I'm telling him this, right? This is how we think this is our first conversation, first date with this nigga. And it's the first thing that we do. We don't ask the questions that we need to ask. Like, what do a relationship look like to you? I'm just asking. What do a relationship look like to you? Fuck what I've been through, because that's not important to you right now. What I need to even know is if we going to have a second lobster dinner. Now, follow me what I'm saying with y'all now here. Because, see, what's important or was revealed in this first dinner should be able to tell you right then and there if it's going to be a second one. Let me tell you what we do. We invite them in to all of our traumas. That's the black woman. We telling this nigga, oh, that last nigga Jeremy, he wasn't shit. We are telling this man everything while we dipping it in the sauce. You know what I mean? But we don't ask this man, what do a relationship look like to you? Because you asking that man that, he might just fucking tell you the truth and say, shit, I ain't even looking for no relationship. Check, please. We go sit down across from this man, bro, and we don't even ask him the questions that we need to ask his ass. You feel me? But then I'm going to tell you what we do. The lobster was hitting. He seemed cool. He pulled my chair out and shit. Oh, man, he different. You feel me? So then what happens is he calls next week. We ain't doing lobster this time. Shawty, we going to the hibachi. What do we do on this day? We still ain't asked that man what a relationship look like to him. You feel me? What do it look like for you? When is the last time you was even in a relationship? You have children? We don't ask the design questions that we need to ask. But we at this second date, now we at the hibachi-yachi. You feel me? We still ain't asked this man shit. Now we done had us some drinks. And I done invited this man over. Now he all up in this. You feel me? The nigga is in that thing. Even in the midst of you sleeping with this nigga and all types of shit, you still ain't asked this nigga, what do a relationship look like to you? Because in your heart, you know what you want. I want me a man. I want me somebody I can have a family with. Somebody that's going to be in their kids' lives and shit. You told him that. He even listened to you with the lobster dinner. Because you gave it all to him. But you ain't asked this man shit. Now he got the keys to your house. Because y'all go together now. Even though you didn't even know the nigga. He coming in and out the house shit. He got his own little key. His little gate card and shit. He all in the crib. A month later, you finding out this nigga panning all types of bitches. And the first thing you say, as I was good to that man. I took care of his kids, even the ones that I ain't even meet yet. I made sure that they said, you going on this whole spiel and you are looking at your friend. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to figure out what went wrong. Sis, I'm going to tell you what went wrong. You got blinded by the lobster dinner. We got to start asking these type of fuck questions. Same thing with our friends. You meet a motherfucker out at a club. You was drinking at the time, so of course you're going to feel good. You feel me? So just because y'all done had 2 drinks and y'all done twerked the 3 songs, now she your bitch. That's my bitch right there. But you go out to eat with her too. To get some lobster and shit. And the first thing you tell her is the shit that went wrong in your last friendship. You don't ask her what do friendship look like to her. You see how we be doing this shit wrong? Now, there's going to be certain things we're not going to be responsible for. But shit like that, we can be. When we sit down at the tables across from these folks, we got to make sure that these people that we talking to is somebody that we're going to continue to talk to. So you're going to have to ask the questions that need to be asked. And goddamn it, guess what? Sometimes they'll tell you exactly who they is on that first lobster dinner. So going forward, you know how to respond. Okay, she let me know, boy, she ain't even really with friends. She only just like to go out from time to time. Won't tell her about my shit. You feel me? You know. We got to be able to do that. And because of the pain and because of the hurts that we go through, we end up getting a syndrome. And the syndrome is very, very real. We got to switch on how we do things and how we navigate through things. Sisterhood is serious. It is. And we are the most crucified species in this world. The black woman. I see it. I see it. Now, I want you to understand that generally I'm talking about women in particular, but I'm also talking to the people that look like me. Because it's us that crucify each other the quickest, the fastest. We do that. We don't give each other grace, and it needs to be done. Be careful of the people that you invite your traumas to. It's gonna be some people that you introduce your traumas to that's gonna hold that. And they're gonna be real to that. And ain't no amount of money in the world that's gonna ever distract that. But then you got people too. They don't give a fuck. What I'm saying to y'all is be very mindful of the people that you call your sis and your homegirl. Because a lot of the situations that we go through and we have to go through painful, no matter how painful it is, and why our cup is halfway empty sometimes, and then I'm bringing it back to that, is because of the people that we select. We have to ask some type of questions. So therefore, when we do pour into a nigga, we can always count on that person pouring back into us. So for us to be able to have that balance with our friends and the people that we're in relationships with, is that we have to have those conversations. Don't be afraid to have a conversation like that when it comes down to your life. Because you got to understand, some of these men and some of these best friends that we are inviting into our lives, they are around our parents. They are around our mamas. They are around our children. They're in our houses. Some of these people are emergency contacts. We got to know this shit. Because at our big age, we ain't trying to be surprised later on. Dead ass. I know I ain't. You feel me? I don't want to go through that. You feel me? So this is what I really want us to be able to know. And I want you to be able to know it, to trust it, and keep on going. Now, we finna finish up. We got 2 more slides, and we're going to finish this on up. Remember, ladies, being strong black women is not always healthy, and that we need to learn to lean on others as well. Say yes to yourself. Let go of being perfect. We don't got to be perfect. It's okay for us to live in our flaws and all. You understand what I'm saying? Listen to the warning signs. Your mind, your body is always going to tell you before anybody can, okay? Regardless of how society see us, strong, angry, mouthy, loud, obnoxious, you know what I'm saying? We are humans, and we don't always have it all, okay? We're always learning. I tell you right now, I would do Sister Sunday right this second. And at 5:15, I will be cussing a nigga out at the light like I have not just did this thing. And what I'm saying to you guys is that I'm a work in progress. We are works in progress. And you got to be okay with that, all right? Dead serious. So instead of just being a strong black superwoman, let's normalize just being a woman. Because at the end of the day, that's all we should be, okay? We don't have to do extra just because our skin tone and things say that. Now, it's messed up as it may seem. I know it happens in life. Sometimes black women in this type of industry, entertainment and all, does have to work harder as a black woman. But we got to also understand that we are all works in progress, okay? And I want you guys to make sure that you always embrace that. Sisterhood is very important. I'm pretty sure that we all have families, right? And we got sisters, you know, in our families. But that don't necessarily mean that that's your sister, okay? I have family. I even have a sister in my family. But I have friends that might hold a bigger candle to some of my real siblings, because sisterhood is measured by the relationship that you guys achieve together. Blood don't mean nothing. A lot of us got blood in our family and they ain't did shit. I got family members right now that would scroll right past Sister Sunday. Swear to God. But then I got friends too. We going on? You see what I mean? So that's why it's very, very important that we select and we choose the people that's going to be in our circles. All of us is not going to get it right the first time around. You guys got to be okay with doing that. I got some beautiful sisters around me, and I'm thankful. I do. I have a very good system, and I'm proud of it. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. And then we're going to get ready to wrap this up. We got 7 minutes left. And then, you guys, I tell you, I'm going to definitely be back, and we're going to do some reactions over here on YouTube Live. I wanted to do Sister Sunday to see how this is going to go, and it looked like it's going okay so far. So I'm going to be able to do live reactions over here a little bit later. But what I also wanted to say is This week I was sitting on Twitch with a lot of my supporters, and we was having a good time. Juju, thank you so much for the donation, Buki. It was so many people on my Twitch, and I wasn't gonna go on that day. And some just said, man, I want to vibe with my family, man. So I went on one night, and like we always do, we go on. And I told you the scenario that happened earlier. And when I tell you that the cup that I did have, I might have been like at a 60% on that day, but I was okay. I wasn't thirsty. You feel me? After the Twitch shit happened, my cup just depleted. And I was upset as hell because I'm like, bro, if some people wasn't here beside me in real time, they probably would think I would be capping with the amount of shit I go through. But the reason why I speak of selection is because I was empty after that Twitch shit. Oh, it hurt me so bad. I'm like, man, I pay my bills through this shit. I can't go through this. But then I had sisters that just poured into my cup with beautiful DM messages, with positive DM messages. Gabby. Oh shit, I gotta bring up Gabby. Gabby on here? I had to bring up Gabby. Gabby started a trend, and I'm sitting here, and this is a true story. I can't lie to y'all ass. I'm sitting here and I'm aggravated, and I think I actually was either talking to Sally, or I had just got off the phone with Sally or something like that, and I'm going crazy on side. Man, I'm sick of this shit. Fuck this shit. These thoughts I'm having, I'm going crazy. Every time I'm trying to do good, something happened on Twitch. You know, I'm going one of them things. Shit. So while I'm talking, and I got to put this in. Man, you know what I'm saying? I got to pay bills. I got to do this, man. How I'm going to do this? I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing in real time. Then my phone started dinging and shit. So I'm looking. The fuck? They started a trend on my Twitch to where like everybody on my Twitch whose subscription got canceled when I got suspended, they started a trend on my Cash App. I started seeing on my Cash App in the notes for my two subs. Yo, family, I gifted 5 subs. This for my 5 subs, and I'm sitting on this son of a bitch. So the first thing I do is I text Sally. I said, man, what the fuck going on, bro? I told you I'm a work in progress, but that's exactly how I came across. I said, man, what the fuck going on? So then, you know, she gonna try to act oblivious. What are you talking about? So as I'm doing this, it's dinging. Now, you got to keep in mind, I'm in the car right now making my money. You know, I got to do what I got to do. Fuck that. But it's dinging. And I'm saying this to you guys is because people used to get on me so much for not being just ratchet and being mindful of the way I operate on my channel. But I'm bringing this up because selection is everything. I've met some lifelong friends through my YouTube and my Twitch and things like that. And I'm just so happy to God that I selected the right people to be around me. And I'm so happy that I was one of their selections. Because, see, that's exactly what I mean by having people in your life that's going to understand what that halfway empty cup look like. Without me even having to say nothing. These folks just started filling me back up. Because there's days I get on this Twitch and I'm at a 10%. For real. And people tell me all the times too. I had a couple of people that I think Beth Ann DM'd me and said, too, you know, I want you to go, so man, I want everything for you because you don't even understand. It was days that you got me through. You know what I mean? Be careful who you select. Because at the end of the day, that's gonna mean the most. And that's what this Sister Sunday was about. It's just about, we're gonna have a stigma, a stereotype associated with us. We're gonna definitely have that. You know what I'm saying? But there's ways that we can control certain dynamics. Now, we can't change some type of pain. Some pain gonna come and it ain't nothing we can do about it. But we can select and make sure that we're choosing the right people that we're gonna be around. So on days like I just had where my cup was empty, it was so many ladies that was just filling me up. You know what I mean? And when I think about it, it's a balance with us. Because as I think about the people to say, man, you done got me through the day. Shit, you just got me through mine. So we doing what we supposed to do. So we already practicing this. The problem is it's beautiful when we have it right here on this platform, but we got to be able to do the work outside of the platform. You know what I mean? When we see some shit, because we got a strong accountability with our family. S&T Drip said, they'll catch me in these, you'll catch me in the comments and some shit. Toot, man, chill out. Man, you right. Delete. They catch me. Because I'm a work in progress. We all are. We ain't all just come out the womb mature. Damn it. Now listen. Next week, I'm hopefully if we won't probably be on Twitch. I am suspended for 30 days on Twitch, which whatever, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But the beauty in it looks like I can come on YouTube Live. I hope everybody received the message today. I hope that everybody appreciates Sister Sunday. You know, usually I be on this thing, man, and I be beating music, and we just be having a good time, you know what I'm saying, with each other and stuff like that. But it's going to be moments where we can't. And this is one of the moments, and I don't care because we still was able to make it happen. I love y'all the long way. We're definitely going to be on this thing later on. All right? So we're going to get some reactions done. Love y'all from the bottom of my heart. And yeah, see y'all later, man.